Hi, this is Sheri Ann Richerson from experimentalhomesteader.com, and I want to tell you before we begin that I did receive some of these plants for free or at a reduced price in exchange for my honest review. What we're looking at here is Dame's Rocket. We are standing in my Indiana garden. This is May 13th of 2014, and I will tell you before we begin, I do like my garden to be a little bit on the wild side. A lot of what you see that looks like grass is actually ornamental grasses. And the reason I do this is for the pollinators. I think they are way more important than a perfectly neat and tidy garden. So here we go. This is a different colored Dame's Rocket that I have in my garden. It's kind of a pinkish. This is another huge patch. These just smell so good. I just really like having them out here in the garden. This is Columbine, and as you can see, I have several of them right here. This is a perennial geranium. I love that dark colored leaf. This is one of the many clematis that I have in bloom here in the garden. It's very, very beautiful. Lots and lots of blooms all the way up and down it. This is a darker colored columbine. Open it so you can see a little bit. Lift it up there. Absolutely gorgeous. I love dark colored flowers. Behind it is an ornamental grass, and off to the side is a peony that has not bloomed yet. I have another batch of the Dame's Rocket that has kind of fallen over here by this ground cover and these oriental poppies. This is my tricolor beech. I'm hoping you can see all the different beautiful, beautiful colors of the leaves. There actually are 3 colors there. Some of you might have been wondering what on earth was in these sticks. This is actually was given to me and called a Japanese yellow rose. I did not get it cut back in time this year before it bloomed, but I will give it a good haircut once those blooms are finished. It's not going to be long before these iris bloom. This is one of the coral bells in my garden that is already blooming. Lots and lots of blooms. I need to get that rose behind it cut back where it had some dieback over the winter. This back here is our native columbine. I love that pinkish yellow color combination. This smaller lilac is just starting to come into bloom. That is hops vine right there that you're looking at. I need to get that out of there and on a trellis, but I have to get the trellis built first. This is my first orris iris of the season. This is the iris that you would use to make orris root with. And I have quite a patch here. I seem to be having some volunteer maple seedlings trying to come up, so I need to get those out. This spirea came with the house, and it is one of the earliest blooming ones. This is wisteria. This is Amethyst Falls. And you can see how absolutely loaded with wisteria blooms it is. I have a wisteria tree, and it does not do near as well as this one, and in fact has never bloomed. This is wallflower. It's one of the few plants that have actually come back in the beneficial insect garden. So I'm very happy to see that. This big tall plant back there with the variegated leaves and the little tiny white and green flowers hanging off is Solomon seal. This is one of the shade garden areas that has started to naturalize quite well. So this is what I'm trying to get to happen with every part of this yard. It just really does take a lot of time. There's a hellebore back there in bloom. This is another part of the shade garden where I have put in a lot of hostas, daylilies. There's hellebores. That's bleeding heart back there. Gorgeous plant. I have added vinca, and I can't think of the name of the other ground cover that I've added in here. but I have literally lined this with hosta. There is sweet woodruff and a juga. That's the other ground cover that I used in here. And as you can see, there are still some weeds, but it's not looking too bad, actually. Okay, this is a perennial geranium that I absolutely love. Both the flowers and the leaves on. I love those dark chocolate anything. Some of those leaves are really huge. And I'm trying to bend this so you can actually see the flowers. They are just really very, very nice. So, and then of course the spirea is kind of spilling over back there. It needs trimmed up. I didn't get that done last year. Some more Solomon seal back there behind the hosta.